Well, hi. Thanks for joining me. How you doing today? I hope you're doing well. It is a beautiful sunny day in Colorado, and I just wanted to check in to see how all are you. How are you? I've been incredibly busy. Uh, you're like, what is Michelle doing when you're in quarantine? Well, Michelle has started again fixing things in her house. So today, well, let me say what I did the other day. Well, I cleaned up my entire closet. So I have big bags of things to donate. And then yesterday, I started cleaning out my pantry. And my family, my husband and I, are eating through all the old food. And it all started by someone putting it on Facebook that they got to the bottom of oh, thank you. Got to the bottom of the freezer. We're not that bad. We don't have a lot of deep frozen food, but canned foods and things of that nature. So I'm getting really creative on what we're cooking. So what are you doing? This morning I got on a call. I've been on a couple of podcasts and went upstairs and I pulled all the curtains down from my bedroom. Why? Because I decided to wash them. So, what are you doing? How are you? What are you playing with? Because what I thought of with my whole random thought today was social distancing. Ha! My foot. There's an expression, my foot. I don't know what that means, but social distancing my foot. I am more social now than I've ever been. And most of you kind of pegged me. I'm a pretty social human. I'm rather social. But right now, through this quarantine, I am connecting with more people around the globe than I've ever done. So, social distancing, I think not. It's more physical distancing rather than social distancing. So, hopefully, they change the word because I found a new thing on my Zoom that I can do. So, are we really? Oh no, that's light. That's not. Oh, here it is. Are we really close or are we far away? Social distancing, please share with me. What are you doing? I mean, we are talking more. We I got to meet neighbors that I never even ever met because they don't come outside. I mean, we are not socially distanced at all. This is bringing us together, unlike anything else. Trauma, whatever. I mean, this is we've come together, and I hope we change this name because I am shifting it to social bonding, physical distance, because we are not distancing ourselves. We are coming together so well, and I'm so happy and proud. Granted, I'd rather have a hug every once in a while, and I know a lot of you are having hug issues too. But remember what I said. If you watch any of my videos, I talk about using meditation to go back to that moment, to go back to where to feel whatever that closeness you're seeking, because you can bring yourself to a moment and your brain does not recognize time or space. So if you imagine a hug or a hand that you were holding and it just felt warm, or whatever that feeling is that made you feel comfortable, that's why a lot of meditations say, imagine where you're comfortable, your happy place, and it tells you to walk back and do that kind of thing. It's because you're telling your brain, this is where I want to be. And your brain will still set off the same endorphins as if it's actually happening now. That's what your brain can do. It's a supercomputer. And you can tell your brain, I want to feel a hug from my big brother, and that you can feel that plastic between my front seat and back seat when driving. Huh? Okay, I'm not very good at reading comments and talking at the same time. I'm easily distracted. You can kind of think of me as Dory from the movie Finding Nemo. When I see things pop up on my screen, I start reading them and I get completely lost. So I'll read those comments later. So here's the other thing. Imagine where you want to be. So if you want to imagine being hugged by your brother or your sister, you imagine that last hug you had, and kind of fall into it. If you want to imagine being at a beach or wherever you want to be, where your happy place is, bring yourself to that moment, and you want to, as in a good story, you would want to feel whatever's happening around you. You want to see it, feel it, smell it, and be actually in it. Feel textures, everything that you can recall, and you will have that physical moment again because your brain will not know the difference. And it's a beautiful thing that we can do with our brains. And no, it's not faking it till you make it. It's bringing you back to the moment that brought you comfort and peace. It's a beautiful thing that we can do with our minds. So join me with this is not social distancing. This is social gathering. This is physical distancing, and that's all. And that's okay, because we still have our connections. We still have our ability to call and reach out to each other and have video calls like this. I'm just thinking, when I was a kid, side note, I'm not anywhere near being a kid. So I'm in my 50s, right? So back when I was a kid, we didn't have cell phones. We didn't have video calls. This is stuff from Star Trek. This was all imaginary. People would say, video calls, you wish. Star Trek predicted the future. We are now living in Star Trek from my childhood. And we didn't have this. If we wanted to send someone a message, we couldn't just get on our phones and text it over and say, hey, how are you? We had to write a physical letter, walk to a mailbox, not one in our neighborhood, right? We had to walk to a mailbox, put it in a slot, and it would take weeks to get to the other person. We are living in the perfect time to be locked down in a quarantine because we still have social connection. And that is a gift in itself. So for those of you who are having difficulty finding the gift in all the chaos that you're in, or if you are even experiencing chaos, because I swear I'm not, I'm kind of happy actually, we realize and be thankful for the technology that came for us. The technology we have that we can still connect. The technology that I'm still playing Scrabble, or what they call it, Words with Friends, with a lot of friends. And we still are connected. We're not alone, ever. And that could be a good thing, it could be a bad thing. It depends on where you are and what you want. So if you are lonely, reach out. Use that whole mindset meditation thing I just brought up. Find an app that has like guided meditations to get you through this, okay? And if you like this, then great, good on you. What I am finding out in my world is, as extroverted as I tend to be, the introvert in me is loving the downtime. And the thing is, it's because I can connect with more people because I'm not on the road all the time. So my benefit is I'm home. I can sit and I can be on a Zoom call and talk to my friends and my new family like Mike Faber. I mean, I can connect with people that I would have never had time to meet because now I'm actually sitting still. So find your peace, find your silver lining in whatever cloud you believe you are in. And if you're not in a cloud, woo woo, join me on the bright side. We have cookies, because this is what it's all about: being connected, finding people through technology where we don't have the noise, boys and toys. I mean, so we don't have all the noise and the distractions and everything. We can connect one-on-one and really get to know each other. Use this time to find that friend that you wanted to know more about, and you went, I met them at a networking meeting and we never really connected. Connect. Now is your time. Go find those people, find your tribe, and connect. This is a great time. And I think I've said it in a couple of podcasts. I think I know I said it in an article I wrote, but these are trying times, or these are trying times. These are times to try something new. And if you hang around me enough, you realize I don't like to use the word try. It's do or do not. So in these trying times, do something for you. Be connected with the people who are in your sphere. Learn more about them. And honestly, if any of those networking groups are saying that, you have to do one-on-ones, You could be racking up some one-on-ones right now because you have a lot of definite one-on-one time. You're not sitting in a noisy coffee shop or whatever. You have each other right across a screen from each other, and you can get to know more about their family and who they are and what makes them tick. Go do your one-on-ones. Go connect. Go grow yourself as a human. And here's the thing, secret, nudge, nudge, wink, wink. Let me knock on something. If you're in a business and you're thinking that, my business is slowing down because I'm not out there, now is the time to connect. You see, people do business with those they know, like, and trust. And what better way to know, like, and trust someone than to really get to know what they love, what they want to do when they're on vacation, what are they going to do when they get out of this quarantine, who they miss most. Learn about the other people. This is the time to grow. Let me get a little philosophical on you. When does a seed grow? Does it grow in bright light? Seed grows in the dark. Now's the time when the quotes I like to say is, when the world gives you some shit, you better plant something. And right now, we're in some darkness, right? A lot of us see darkness. A lot of us feel buried and stuck. Now's a sign. Now is the time. It's the sign to put in a seed. What do you want to grow? Go grow it. It's your time. Make sure you water it, okay? Now, do me a big favor and share this Facebook Live with your friends, with your thread, because people need the encouragement that they're doing just fine, and that it's okay if they're okay, and it's okay if they're not okay, and it's okay to want to shift, and it's okay not to shift. Just don't stay in any dark place for too long, okay? You can have a pity party. You can have a tantrum and say, I am sick and tired of this. All you want. But come out of it. The magic is coming out of it and finding the silver lining on what you're looking for, okay? So be the best version of you. Start pulling away those layers of I can'ts or whatever's holding you back. Pull them off. Go find you. Go grow that seed that is the best version of you. Have a great week, everybody. And thank you for joining me on my random thoughts with Michelle, because I was kind of on a tirade today about social distancing. Ha! We are emotionally connected now. I love it. Let's keep it going. I love all of you. Take care of yourselves. Be the best versions of you. And we'll see you sometime this week. You never know when I'm going to come on. So make sure you put on the alert that when Michelle goes live, that you know, because I'm kind of random at this point in time in my life. Right now, I'm going to go wash more curtains. Have a good one.